So, did you ever want to have a multi-character control system in one of your Godot games? Either because you want to have local co-op with 2 or more players, or because you're working on a solo game but with multiple avatars on screen? Cause this is really easy to do with the engines built in. And this is actually a feature that is at the heart of my brand new game project, Cursor. In this fast-action bullet hell arena shooter, you control 2 cursors that you need to position wisely to protect your core at the center of the arena. So of course I definitely needed to implement this kind of multi-character control trick here. Now, as usual, remember that if you want to support the project by adding it to your wishlist, or you want to try out the free demo, you can have a look at the Steam page over here. Okay, but so how can we implement this kind of mechanic in Godot? Well, the whole thing basically relies on giving IDs to the different avatars on screen and defining matching input actions. Indeed, suppose that you have 2 characters on screen that you want to control with 2 independent sets of input keys, but they move in the same way. Then what you can do is give both of those objects the exact same logic, so the same script, but also give them a unique ID. Then in your project settings window, in the Inputs tab, you'll just have to define the various input actions that each character needs and include the IDs somewhere in those action names, for example as a suffix. This way, in your character script, where you react to the inputs, so that will usually be in the input hook, you'll be able to check for your specific inputs for this specific character by making sure to include the suffix in the input action name you're checking for, and that depends on your character's ID. So typically here I've got the WASD or ZQSD controls for my first character, and the arrow keys for the second character as defined in my project settings, but logic-wise it's completely transparent and I don't need to worry about any of it in here. Plus, the cool thing is that of course this means we can benefit from all the usual perks of input actions, like handling multiple device types, so for example both keyboards and gamepads, or we could even remap those inputs on the fly at runtime to let players choose their preferred inputs. Also, just a quick note, if you're starting to have these kind of dual controls, you may need to actually show them on screen so players know how to play a game, in which case you can use something like this really cool and free add-on from the Godot asset lib, Controller Icons. Basically, thanks to this plugin, you can easily have a little icon of the key associated with a given input action, and this visual will react dynamically depending on the type of device active, so for example mouse keyboard setup or gamepad setup, and it will also change if players update those inputs at runtime. It's actually pretty easy to use, but of course if you're curious about it, feel free to tell me in the comments down below and I'll make a short tutorial about this plugin. But in any case, here you go. You now know how to set up a basic 2 or more characters control system for local co-op or for any kind of game with multiple controllable characters on screen. Although this is obviously just the first step. If you've got multiple characters, then you'll probably want them to interact with each other in some way. This will probably be part of your game design. For example, in Cursor, some of your runs might offer you to pick this mod that creates a continuous laser beam between your 2 cursors that deals damage to all the enemies on the way. So if you'd like to learn how to implement this kind of weapon for your own Godot game, don't hesitate to leave a comment down below. In the meantime, I really hope you liked this short tutorial. Be sure to react in the comments and to subscribe to the channel to get more videos. And of course, a huge thank you to my Patreon members for the support, and to you for watching. And as always, take care.